Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my favorite eyeshadow palettes of 2020. I've done a lot of these videos recently. I did a best eyeshadow palettes under 10, which I'll link above, and I shared the most beautiful gifts that I would purchase for friends and family this year. But this one is devoted solely to eyeshadow palettes that are over $10, and every one except for one of these launched in 2020, but they have been in heavy rotation. I love them all and I can't wait to share them with you. But before I start, if you like the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you join. And let's get started. So all of these are favorites, but I guess I'll start with the most beautiful packaging, which is the Urban Decay Stone Vibes. Just look at how reflective that is. I love this part of the packaging. It is quite large, so if you don't like bulky packaging, you might not like this, but I really love this detail on the front. Inside, it actually comes with a brush, which I haven't used yet. But these are some of the most gorgeous shimmers I have ever seen. These are so finely milled and they just look so reflective and stunning on the eyes. Now, there's obviously a lot of color in here. This is not a neutral palette. And I'll be honest, I'm a working professional and I rarely wear color on my eyes to work. It's just not my go-to. But I bought this palette and I started wearing color. Obviously, I'm more drawn to maybe some of the more neutral colors like Tiger's Eye and Meditate, but I have worn the greens to work and I have worn the blues. I think they're so wearable and they're so fun and they just last and shimmer throughout the entire day. I also love that there are 4 matte shades in here, and I love that because you can get a bunch of different looks out of this. And the other thing I love about this palette is you can layer colors and create completely different looks. So there's no real lavender in here. I was wearing a lavender top one day and I mixed the blues and the purples and it basically matched my shirt. This is so stunning. I love it. I do believe this is limited edition, so if you think you want it, I would get it now. It's absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend. Let's go to the cutest palette I own. This is the Child palette from Colourpop, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love The Mandalorian. It's so, so good. But when I saw this launch, first off, I love the cover. I think it's just absolutely adorable. But I wasn't sure I was going to like the color story. And then I saw this color swatched and I said, I need to have that. This is such a unique green. It's called Right Hand Mando and it is gorgeous. I also didn't know how much I'd want to wear green eyeshadow, but I think these greens in here are so wearable, at least on my skin tone, and I have a feeling they'd be pretty wearable on many other skin tones as well. I love the range of finishes. You have mattes, you have shimmers, you have a metallic color. They're gorgeous. And if you are a Star Wars fan or you know someone who is, this I believe is limited edition like many Colourpop things, but it just relaunched at Ulta and I would highly, highly suggest picking it up. Since we're on Colourpop, I do want to share this Mulan palette from the brand. Now I believe this launched in 2019 and I sat on it, I didn't purchase it, but when I was purchasing the Child palette when it first launched, I decided to put this in my cart as well and I'm so glad I did. It is so, so pretty. And again, I wasn't sure that I could ever wear reds like this and berry tones, but I'm actually wearing several of these colors on my eyes today and I love them. So I'm using this one, which is Undefeated. That's in the center of my lid. I've topped it with some of Loyal, which is more of a topper color. And then I'm using a lot of the mattes in this palette. It blends so well. I love, again, the shimmers and the metallics. It's so, so pretty. If you want to try these colors, if you aren't sure you'd like reds and don't want to splurge for something more expensive, this is such a great price point. The formulas are excellent on all of the different types of finishes, and I just think it's an excellent, excellent palette. So go grab it. Next is the Kat Von D, or actually, do you say that KVD now? the KVD Vegan Beauty Edge of Reality palette. And this is a fully recyclable palette, which I think is really cool. I like when brands are environmentally conscious. And I do like the packaging. It obviously feels a bit lightweight, but it's meant to, and I don't mind that. I do like the front cover. I think it's really nice. And then inside, I think just the way this is packaged is very unique. All of the colors are flush with the packaging. There's nothing raised or outside of the packaging. And it almost looks like there's no product in there, but there's obviously lots of product. I am using this shade right here on my eyes as well, and I'm also using a little bit of this color in my inner corner. I tried to use a bunch of these today so you can see what it looks like. I just thought that this one was really pretty. The shimmers are, again, gorgeous. I'm a shimmer girl. I like shimmer on my eyes. And I think this particular shade, which is Abyss, is absolutely gorgeous. I love the red, which is Illusion. And I just think the mattes blend really well. It's just a really lovely palette. And I think it's a really great one to gift somebody else and also to buy for yourself. Next is the Makeup by Mario Master Metallics palette. Now this one got a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people hate it. I am in the camp that loves it, and I will tell you why. I love this one because it can be built up. And that was really one of the biggest criticisms. People said there's not a lot of pigment, and I will agree with that, but I don't think it's meant to. If you watch Mario work, if you watch any makeup artist that does celebrity makeup, does runway makeup, they do not start with highly pigmented shades a lot of the time. If that's the look they're going for, they do. But if they're looking for a blown out effect, they build that shadow up. And that's why I think the formula of this is the way it is. I love building it up. I also love shimmer over my entire lid, and I have very hooded eyes, so I can bring shimmer everywhere because if I don't, you won't see it. So I use this as a one and done palette. I also mix it with other mattes in my collection. I would love to try the neutral matte palette that he came out with because I've heard really good things about that one, and when I've watched YouTube videos, it looks like a dream to work with. So I would only buy this if you are somebody who likes to build up your shadows. If you want highly pigmented shadows that you just slap on and that's it, maybe pass on this one. But if you want to do detail work and just build and build, this is an awesome palette. I'm not going to stay too long on this one because I did a dedicated video to this palette, but the Natasha Denona Bronze palette has been in heavy rotation since the summer when I purchased it. The colors are so beautiful. They blend like a dream. The shimmers are gorgeous. The metallics, the toppers, they are so beautiful. So I am still using this, still loving it. And if you want to pick it up, I would highly recommend it. And my final favorite palette is the Nabla Side by Side Nude palette, which came out just a few weeks ago. I purchased this in the Trend Mood box when they did everything Nabla, and I have to say I am really in love with the brand. But this comes with a big mirror, and then this is a neutral palette, hence the name Nude palette. But I just thought this looked so gorgeous. These shimmers, like all of the rest of these, are so reflective. They blend beautifully on the eyes, and they just look so sophisticated. The mattes in here blend beautifully as well. I love this black one. It's a really intense black, and I use it as a liner. And then I have used not all of these shades yet, but all of the ones I've used are absolutely beautiful. I love this palette, and I actually want to check out more from the brand because I've seen a lot of great stuff, and I think they are well worth the money. And that is everything. I hope that this was fun and helpful to watch. Again, if you don't own any of these palettes and you saw something you like, I would highly recommend getting it. These are absolutely wonderful, and it looks like we'll be wearing masks for a bit longer still. So I would just up your makeup game and eyeshadow game and get these into your collection. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.